If anyone knows me, they know how much I love compact phones. It's easier to reach all corners without any struggle, it's not bulky in your pockets, and best of all, it's super comfortable. Now, I have spent 2 weeks with the Pixel 5 and I can say that it meets those criteria, as well as a battery life to die for. But it isn't the perfect phone as it does have issues that are very glaring. So, should you buy the Pixel 5? Let's find out. Hey guys, my name is KJOS and I have been using the Google Pixel 5 for the past 2 weeks, and when I took this out of the box, right off the bat, I fell in love with the body of the phone. Now, it's a 6-inch phone and it's really not on brand for phones in 2020, but Google decided to go the unconventional route. Immediately you pick it up, you notice how much grip the sides have due to its 100% recycled aluminum finish. Now, some people have had issues with this because it doesn't feel premium, and I can understand that, but trust me, it feels great in your hand and you can definitely use this without a case and not worry about it slipping out of your hands or scratches at the back. But just to be on the safe side, I advise that you guys get a case on your Pixel 5 and a screen guard. The aesthetics from the back is what we have come to expect and love from the Pixel 5. They went back to basics and added a very fast fingerprint scanner, ditching the face unlock from the Pixel 4. Now, this is a great addition since we're in a pandemic and wearing a mask is mandatory. It just makes sense that phones this year should have a fingerprint scanner. They also stuck with the camera cutout from the Pixel 4, taking out the telephoto lens and adding an ultra-wide lens, which is more fun to have, but more on the camera later. The buttons on the side are super clicky, symmetrical, and aren't hard to reach. There's a slight color difference between the power button and the volume button, keeping the general theme of the power button being a different color or different shade than every other button on the phone. So one of the best and most impressive things about the Google Pixel 5 is the display. Now, it's not Samsung standard by any chance, but it's definitely an improvement from the Pixel 4 and the Pixel 3. It's an OLED panel that has a max brightness of 475 nits and goes as high as 699 nits when adaptive brightness is turned on. It's not as high as the Pixel 4a, but you shouldn't have any issues using the phone outdoors. The uniformity of the bezels gives Google and the Pixel 5 a few points in the design department. I'm glad they all rounded corners and do not have curved edges, as this will trigger so many accidental touches. The hole punch cutout on the left side is a nice addition and not noticeable when consuming content. Just like the bezels on the Pixel 3 XL, after a while you forget it's there. The 90Hz refresh rate is a nice addition to the phone as it makes scrolling through your social media apps like Twitter, Instagram, and others a lot better. I kind of noticed when it goes from 90 to 60 sometimes, maybe to save battery life, so I went into the developer settings and forced 90Hz all the time. So over the years, Pixels have been known to have great speakers on their phones. So the Pixel 3 had front-facing speakers, the Pixel 4 had great speakers, and the Pixel 5, well, it has a speaker and a half, because this right here, the speaker under the display, is what I call half. Playing music out loud, you can tell the difference from its predecessors almost immediately. It has 2 speaker grills at the bottom and only the right one works, and the other houses another microphone. Covering the bottom speaker, you can barely hear whatever you're listening to. Now, on the positive side, it makes calls a lot better, but music-wise, it's not so great. Oh, by the way, if you're enjoying this video and you're getting tremendous value from it, I am almost at 2,000 subs, so a subscription to the channel would be awesome. Apart from the iPhone 11 Pro Max, this is the best battery life I have used on a phone in a very long time. I get about 6 to 8 hours of screen on time and I end the day with about 15% to 20%. And when I mean end of the day, I'm talking about 10 p.m., 11 p.m. So for the past 2 weeks, I have been getting that consistently throughout. It's a 4,080 milliamp hours of battery, and it's not the highest by 2020 standards, but the software really utilizes its battery life. It supports wireless charging and reverse wireless charging, so you can charge your Pixel Buds, your AirPods, and your phone if you want to. I really tried to kill this in a day. Like, I forced 90Hz to be on all the time, I maxed out its brightness, I played games, I watched videos, and still ended my day with 15% to 20% each night. Adaptive battery also comes in clutch for making your battery life better as you use the phone a bit more. Now, good job on Google for making the battery life a lot better than the Pixel 4 and the Pixel 4 XL. With a bump up in RAM to 8GB and an upper mid-range processor, which is the Snapdragon 765G, there were a lot of eyebrows raised when it was announced, with so many questions on how well the Pixel 5 will perform. Well, for the most part of my 2 weeks, performance has been really good. I haven't had any lags, I haven't had any stutters, but you kind of start seeing its limitations with its camera and image processing. Older Pixels like the Pixel 4 and the Pixel 3 had its own image processing chip, and that's absent in the Pixel 5. So it takes about 1 to 3 seconds for each image to process. Is this a problem? Well, not really, but some people might find that little 1 to 3 second wait a minor annoyance. So do you remember when the Pixel 2 leapfrogged everybody to have like the best camera on a phone in 2017? Well, that same sensor is in the Pixel 5 3 years after. Now you can ask me why they're doing that. I absolutely have no idea, but it just reinforces how great the Google software is, especially phones that are getting a lot better this year. They're having a bigger sensor, they're having an aperture that is wider, and just generally having better hardware on their phones. The Pixel 5 is still the best point and shoot camera on a phone till date. They still take the best still pictures from any other phone on the market. The photos have great contrast, great dynamic range, and if you're someone who doesn't have photography experience, this is a great choice. Now, adding an ultra wide and removing its telephoto was a great addition to its setup. Night sight is still great, it works with the ultra wide lens and even takes night sight pictures during portrait mode. Video has improved a lot on the Pixel 5. You can now shoot 4K video at 30 and 60 frames per second and has a new cinematic pan for smooth and panning shots. It isn't still on par with its competitors like the iPhone 12, but it has improved considerably. So Google is pricing the Pixel 5 at $699 or $649 on Black Friday. They have competed with the likes of Apple and Samsung price-wise and have lost badly. They saw the success of the Pixel 3a and the Pixel 4a and kind of stepped down and competed on a different level, doing away with the motion sense from the Pixel 4 and focusing on what makes a pixel, which is software. And that gamble really paid off because from a business perspective, I don't see a reason why you should keep competing on a level where you keep losing, as opposed to just coming down a little bit, competing on a place where you're going to win, and also giving customers the phones that they actually want. So with all that being said, should you buy the Pixel 5? Well, this is a great phone even with its shortcomings, like having not so great speakers, poor haptic feedback, and a lesser chipset on paper. However, you're getting a great phone with the best camera on a smartphone right now in 2020, a beautiful display, a compact build quality, and the best Android software you can have right now. I have been daily driving this phone for the past 2 weeks and I don't have any issues so far, and I don't think anybody would have issues getting this phone themselves. Thanks for watching. Please give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. This goes a long way for me. My name is KJOS, and I'll catch you guys on the next one where we talk all things tech.